Stop being there for your partner and wanting to give them different things, wanting to help them. When you try to help them too much and try to be there too much for them, you're not giving them any space. And in that case, your partner actually might, not only that they won't connect to you, they'll even zoom out and disconnect. And that's, that could be the worst feeling ever, because right, you tried helping your partner, you tried being there for them, and you really went out of your way. You might be also really vulnerable towards them and you really put yourself there on the table. But it's not only that they're not receiving, they're disconnecting. And that could really hurt you. And I understand that, because you really try to put anything and everything on the table, right? So for example, you might try to, to surprise your partner, and when they come back home, create this great dinner and make great food, and later on also maybe go to the movies, and they're they're doing this face, but they have no clue what you want from them. And many times, not only that you're disappointed, you also might get hurt, because like we said, you put your heart on the table. And I just give an example of making dinner, but sometimes it's different things. Maybe it's not only a one-time act. Maybe for the past month, week, year, you feel that you're doing everything for your partner, but your partner, not only that they're not receiving, they're even disconnecting, okay? So you can see the trees behind me, right? You'll see some of the trees are green, and you'll see that some of the trees are dead. With water, if you use it as a tool in the right amounts, it could be a really good thing, okay? You could water the trees and they'll grow, they'll be green, they'll bring their beauty out. But if you water too much the plants, you'll kind of choke them and you'll kill them, they'll die. It took me time to learn that. I had plants and I was watering them too much and they kept on dying, and then I understand that I'm giving them too much water. The same thing in a relationship, okay? The fact you want to be there for your partner and help them, amazing. And by the way, you're not in charge of your partner's happiness, and I could leave a link below for that. But the fact you want to be there for them and they want to be there for you, that's a great thing, okay? That's a way to build a relationship. But understand, if you're too much there for them, it's like you're choking them. You're not giving them air to breathe and bring their beauty into the relationship. I spoke to a friend lately, and he was telling me about a relationship that he has. And I also went through, the same thing in my relationships, but just giving you an example, that he felt he's doing everything for his partner, and they're doing things together and they're having a lot of fun. And what he wanted was, he want the relationship to continue growing. Now, of course, they also had setbacks, but an amazing relationship, one that gives you a good feeling, is one that is in the move, the one that is growing. And he didn't understand why the relationship is not growing. And not only that wasn't growing, with time, he felt that she's going out and disconnecting. And we spoke about it, and basically what happened, and again, it's not only my friend, I did the same things also in my relationship, so not blaming anyone, we're all here to learn. But basically what happened was that he was always giving to the relationship, okay? And he was always there for her. And whatever it is that she wanted, in a second he was there. And it could happen both ways, man, woman. And because he was putting so much effort, it was actually pushing her back. And he was really disappointed, because he's like, wait, I'm putting so much effort into this relationship and she's pushing back. Why is that? That's not supposed to happen. And then of course what happened? He felt that he's not able really to be there for her, because she's not responding in any way that creates connection. Actually the opposite, she's disconnecting. So what happened? He also started disconnecting. Now, the thing is, it's kind of a game, but it's also kind of life. Yes, you want to be there for your partner, but you need to understand when to do that, how to do that, and with who to do that. So the fact that you want to do it is amazing, okay? But you need to understand that sometimes your partner actually needs that space, and they want they want maybe just to know that you're there for them, but you don't actually need to be there for them. What does that mean? So yes, they know that if they need you, they could call you, or you could go and do something together. Amazing. But sometimes they need their space, because they feel, unconfident. First they could ask themselves, why do I deserve all this, all this beauty, all this good? And then they think maybe there's something wrong with you that you're trying to help them. And sometimes they also want to bring themselves into the relationship, but you're not letting them to be there. You're not letting them to hope. I could tell you for myself that, I had a relationship once that I was always there for her, always helping her. And she felt that I'm blocking her eventually, because she told me like, hey, stop being Superman. You're always trying to help, but when I want to help you, you're not there to receive that help. So important to understand your partner many times also wants to feel that, you know, they have their own space. That way they could create in that space some beauty, some gifts into the relationship that would hold both of you. So yes, be there for them, but learn also when to take that step back. The thing is, many of us don't really know when it is the time to take that step back. We don't really know what it is that our partner wants, because, by the way, you might go now and buy this beautiful gift and leave it there as a surprise, you know, at your partner's job or in your house. And they'll see it and they'll say like, wow, amazing, thank you. But you're expecting, wow, amazing, thank you very much. By that didn't happen, and then you're disappointed and then you're hurt. But maybe what actually would do much better for your partner is writing this nice note near right next to that present, or just being together, being relaxed together, you know, with no distractions next to you for an hour, 2 day, 3 week, 4. So the thing is, you can't really guess what it is that does good for your partner. You need to ask, you need to put things on the table. Okay, when I go out, I always told, you know, the girl, I don't want to think what you think, I want to know what you think, and the opposite. Because many times we make all these assumptions in our mind based on different things that we see, and then we build this whole story that none of it is real, and then we react a certain way based on a story that we made up in our mind. So you want to know what it is that your partner thinks. Now, this one is dangerous. Yes, you do want to know, but not everything in one time. So you don't put everything on the table. There are, you know, everything goes on the table, but step by step. And before you put things on the table, more important is to do it in a place that has a good vibe. So if we're going to talk about what does good for you, what does good for me, or we're going to talk about a certain challenge that we had together, or we're going to talk about the fact that, you know, I'm there for you, but you're not really receiving. You're actually pushing back. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, whether things that bring to connection or things that are supposed to bring to connection but could also bring to explosion, in order to get away from that explosion, make sure that you do it, that you have that conversation in a place that does good for both of you. So if both of you like hiking, go hike and do it over there. Have that conversation. If you want to have a cup of wine and cheese, do that. You want to have coffee and chocolate, do that. The concept is that you want to have that conversation, and you want to have it in a place that has a good vibe for you, something that both of you enjoy. Okay, now I hope if you're in a relationship for some time, you know at least one thing that both of you enjoy, and you don't need to ask that. Now, when you go and have that conversation, 2 things are really important. Yes, we said go have it in a place with a good vibe, but when you have it, really important first, be present, okay? You create time for this conversation, be there. Like, don't go now and start scrolling your phone left and right, or just 1 second for my job, I need to close this deal. No, put all that aside. Be there with your partner, because if you're not there, that's the worst. If you're just there physically but you're not really there, your partner will feel that, and that is the worst. That's number 1. Number 2, yes, we said you don't want to think what they think, you want to know what they think. And the opposite, that way you know with what to work, and you could ask them whatever it is that they like. Ask them if they want more space. Ask your partner if, you know, there's something specific that they want. But don't put everything on the table at once. When you go to a restaurant, you don't have all of your courses at the same time, okay? You don't have your appetizer and the main course and the dessert and your coffee all at the same time, right? The waiter comes to the table and they give you first the appetizer, then the main course, and then the dessert. Hope you choose a good dessert. And everything step by step. So yes, put everything on the table, but know when to put everything on the table. There's a right time for everything, okay? And the right person. So by the way, if you're just at the beginning of the relationship with someone, you don't put everything on the table. It doesn't matter what. You start step by step. If you were someone in a relationship for years, also you don't put everything on the table. Maybe, you know, this week you could talk about something specific, you know, what makes you feel good. Next week you could talk about, you know, just in general, listen, be there for your partner. Just listen to them with no answer in your pocket. Maybe just that listening will help them open themselves and connect more to you. And then through whatever they say, and even more through what they don't say, you understand they might need more space. So again, do those things with your partner, but make sure to understand that it's not something that you should take personal. if you're trying to give and you're not receiving. Just understand what it is that your partner wants, okay? Give them that space. Give them that space to create the beauty and bring the beauty that is in them out to the relationship. Now, they should always know that you're there for them, but like we said, it doesn't mean that you're there right now. So understand what it is that your partner needs and work according to that. And what they need right now might change in a year, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when you have good conversation with each other, you know when to be there more, when to take a step back, when to let them lead, when to let them bring their beauty to the table. But at the end of the day, both of you bring both of your gifts to the table, and then you create much more beauty in your life, in your relationship, and also in the life of the people surrounding you. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.